Absolute Action, the best fighters in the world come to Absolute Action, and even Sean Rossap comes to Absolute Action.
That's right. The one and only.
Well, we are set to go. Here's Rick Thomas.
This is Absolute Action MMA 44, and this is an amateur fight scheduled for three 3-minute rounds. Introducing first in the red corner, he stands 6'1". weighing 205 pounds. Fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio, he represents Reed Academy. With a record of 1 win and no losses, Joshua Bailey. And in the blue corner, he stands 6 foot tall, weighing 205 pounds. Fighting out of Versailles, Indiana, he represents hybrid Devin Tankersley.
Josh Bailey in our black trunks, Tankersley in the blue trunks.
Bailey unbeaten in his one fight at only 21 years old, taking on Tankersley, who's making his MMA debut.
Well, a lot of questions will be answered for Tankersley. It's tough, that first fight. Paul's out, tries to get a
nice slip, nice slip and counter.
Left hand
by
landed.
Bailey.
Bailey's striking looking excellent.
Bailey slipped that opening punch so well and just countered. He was able to push Tankersley back to the cage.
He's holding the cage, he's got to watch.
Tankersley trying to get that underhook and pry the arm up to prevent the takedown, but Bailey able to do some work here.
Bailey leaning in on that.
And this doesn't look like much, but this is absolutely exhausting for both men involved, actually. But
well, Tankersley trying to carry the weight of Josh Bailey.
He's doing a good job threatening with a guillotine whenever Bailey threatens by pinning his head to the side.
Trading body shots on the inside. Dirty boxing going on.
I do not feel for our cameraman up there.
No. I would watch for the upcut. Goes for the double.
He's got the double.
Oh, nicely done from Joshua Bailey.
You're going to see Bailey try to pass to the side here, but he doesn't have a lot of space to work because of the cage.
And the thing for Joshua Bailey is he's in his corner, which is optimum cage space right now. That's the real estate he wants to stay in. A lot of work being done here.
Tankersley gave up that guillotine when Bailey was inside, which is a good thing because that's a good way to get Von Flue choked. But he's got the benefit of working against the cage to prevent a choke.
Tankersley letting go of that left arm of Josh Bailey, allowing him to really free himself. Watch for him to pop up here and rain down big bombs. He's trying to cross over. He's still in half guard. He's trying to get that right leg out. Trading body shots. Clearly, Tankersley not getting any leverage on that, though, and here he goes.
Yeah, Tankersley's trying to prevent him from creating space so Bailey doesn't rain down big punches on him.
Just under a minute remains in our opening round. And Tankersley doing a good job of containing Josh Bailey. Getting great instruction, though, like I say, right in the perfect corner for Bailey.
Tankersley landed a nice punch from the bottom, but that's not going to get the job done.
30 seconds remain in the opening round of Joshua Bailey taking on David Tankersley.
Look how Bailey, well, briefly at least, ran his head or grinded his head into Tankersley's chin. I'd like to see him use that with perhaps a can opener to really open up that space.
Bailey looks to be loading up a big one. He just can't get the space he needs to throw it.
And we have 10 seconds left in the round.
Oh, nice combinations inside. Oh, he landed some big ones there.
Big time
Joshua Bailey doesn't let 10 seconds stop him.
We have 2 more rounds scheduled in this fight.
Clearly, Joshua Bailey getting it done in that first round. I don't think there's any question he's going to take that one. Now we got to find out. Tankersley now has a round underneath him.
Yeah,
you know, the butterflies are gone now. He's been punched, he's been hit, he's been tackled. Now we'll see how he reacts to that situation.
Well, he survived a round, but Bailey was in complete control from bell to bell.
Well, we wonder, what his coach is telling him right now. You've got to believe that giving him some serious instruction. Joshua Bailey, I believe, is going to be business as usual. The first round worked brilliantly for him. Why not go right back into that? Try it again. The striking seems to be there. The takedowns were there for him. Tankersley has to do something to defend and get himself in a better position. Yeah,
Bailey showed a lot in that brief 3 minutes. He showed good striking defense by slipping the punch. He showed good counterboxing by countering that off of the slip. Then he showed good wrestling by landing the double leg takedown and a good top game, a good dominant top game as well.
Our DJ trying to pump up our fighters here with We Are the Champions and a title one day maybe in the future of either of these fighters. But tonight, the victory is the most important thing on the road to that championship.
Yeah, our DJ is not a millennial, I'll give you that.
Here we go, round 2.
All right, who's ready for round 2? Make some noise!
Carter. Excuse me, Bailey. Sorry, I'm a fight behind right now. Inside kick, doesn't land. Tankersley looks to be loading one up.
He set up that takedown by throwing strikes, landed it easily. Big double leg, moved into side control, but again, he's up against the cage. He doesn't have a lot of room to work, but if he creates space here, he could rain down punches from that side control.
The only benefit for Tankersley right now is he's at least in his own corner.
Yeah.
And working away in side control. Oh, steps over, nice.
Tankersley tried to regain guard, but ended up getting mounted from that.
And great awareness from Joshua Bailey to feel that it was there. Tankersley holding on tight. And that's really the right thing to do.
Yeah, Bailey looking, well, looked to cross-face Tankersley initially, and now he's going to probably smash his head with his chest.
Just going to hit him with some pop shots here, trying to distract him to get him to break that, that tight hold he's got on him. And he does have it tight. This crowd wants him to turn up. And again, just not enough space. Tankersley is containing the striking of Joshua Bailey and frustrating Joshua Bailey, who is right on the verge of landing these big bombs.
This is such a heavy top game for Josh Bailey.
Yeah.
Look at that, pinning the forearm to the face, then unloading with a punch, but he just can't create that space.
Yeah, it's just not there. Tankersley is doing the right thing.
Now that I like. He pinned his head to his chin. That is a fantastic way to create space, or at least deliver a little bit of punishment to your opponent.
Tankersley, body
shots, punches.
Yeah. Just in defense mode here, trying to figure a way out of this situation. And trying to gas him out. I mean, those body shots, those hurt. I mean, that's, you know, it's not just a distraction when you're right there. Those are digging deep.
And now, man, it looked like he had the space that he was looking for, but
Tankersley doing a good job trying to slide down.
Surprised he hasn't tried to smash the head of Tankersley just with his chest.
Yeah. Well, I wonder with the forearms.
Which, I mean, it looks like Bailey is very aware of his top game, so I'm sure there's a reason why he isn't, despite the fact that I'm sitting here outside of the cage saying, well, I wonder why he's not doing that.
Easy to say outside. And those left side ribs beginning to discolor.
And if he's this comfortable on top doing what he's doing, then why take the risk of having Tankersley maybe getting the room to escape out of the back?
And now Josh Bailey looking and just can't get the space. It is just not there for him. Joshua Bailey trying to make that room. It's not there. Another tough round for Tankersley. He is going to have to change up the game plan going into the final round. Josh Bailey, I think you just keep it rolling. You know, he's got the right thing going on. You hope for an opportunity to present itself, and maybe he can land those big strikes he's looking to take down.
Yeah, I see Josh Bailey's coach from Reed Academy screaming at him to finish. He is in definite control of this fight.
Tankersley getting some instruction and some water, and those ribs have got to be hurting right now. There's no question about that. That's basically primarily where he took most of his shots.
The Boom Fitness Center in Elmwood Place.
And you can see his ribs look painful. Joshua Bailey looking like he's in pretty good shape from a cardio standpoint. He's been working, that's for sure.
Very, very close to moving to 2-0. and impressively at that.
Yeah, and barring anything happening in the third round, it looks as though he's got the rounds in the bank. Now, again, this
as
is
we saw in our last fight, anything can happen at absolutely any time.
in a matter of a second, might I add, or even 5 seconds. So
that's what she said.
Ouch. Edit.
All right, both Joshua and Devin have been training hard for this fight. And now we're down to the third and final round. Let them know if you're ready. Let's hear it. Yeah!
All right, round 3. Will it be any different for Devin Tankersley? Reaches with that jab. Kind of extends himself when he does it. Just threw a big one trying to land it. Wasn't there.
Bailey really good at setting up his takedowns with strikes. He's not just diving in. Oh, but he left his head right out there. He recognized it and got back up.
And that, I don't think that one landed.
Bailey breathing heavy right here.
Just loaded up.
Tankersley just walked right into that, and I can't believe, I'm surprised that Bailey couldn't land that takedown there. Tankersley walked right into it.
Yeah, he threw it all in that one. And you can see Tankersley loading up for the big one, so his mouth's wide open.
Tankersley's getting aggressive.
Good job readjusting and trying to go low. Oh, Tankersley maybe seeing something here now.
By far the most aggressive Tankersley's been. It may be because he's down 2 rounds to none. It may be because he sees an opening.
Ooh, and Joshua Bailey trying to flinch him out, see where he's going to go. Watch for a big shot from Josh Bailey. He looks like he's loading up his right hand and steps back. Tankersley is sitting flat-footed, waiting.
Oh, that was a nice jab to set up that Bailey able to close the distance with that jab.
Slick, very slick. Just enough to pop him so he could get down low.
Bailey looks tired, but he's trying to clamp those hands so he can snag that takedown. He may have it. It's going to be close.
If he can lock those hands together, and it's hard to see from our vantage point.
Tankersley.
Oh, got it.
I was saying Tankersley needs to spread his legs out, widen his base a little bit. And Tankersley's still holding on to that choke, and that's not a good idea.
With him in side control, that's
it's not that bad right here because Tankersley's head is up against the cage, and he let go of it. But with his head up against the cage, he can't. Bailey can't lock on that Von Flue that you often run into when you hold on to a choke in side control.
Less than 60 seconds remain in the third round. Excuse me, in the third round of our fight here, as it's been all Josh Bailey. See if he can get that space he needs.
More top control, Bailey just grinding.
And sometimes that's the fight you gotta give. I mean, that's what wins fights.
It's working for Bailey. He looks very comfortable from that position.
And again, working on those ribs, this time the other side.
He definitely seems to notice his strengths, and he knows what's working in this fight, and he's going right back to him. I don't blame him at all.
You gotta wonder if Josh Bailey's gonna explode at some point here. He is it's not for lack of trying.
Oh yeah, Tankersley's just a tough dude. 10 seconds left.
And now unloading, there's the space he needed. Josh Bailey trying to close out round 3 with a bang.
Hey, that's it, time is up. The fight is over, we've got the distance. We'll turn it over to our judges, and I'll read that decision here in just a moment.
Well, round 3 looks much like round 2, minus the first 30 seconds or so. Round 2 looks much like round 1, and round 1 was all Josh Bailey.
Yeah, I think Josh Bailey's moving to 2-0 here. I had him winning all 3 rounds. An interesting light heavyweight prospect. He obviously has some good wrestling. Yeah, an excellent top game.
And clearly, Devin Tankersley learning a lot from this fight, though. I mean, he did stay in the game. It's not as if he was blown out in this fight. He did a great job defensively, best he could, trying to keep the distance with Joshua Bailey and kept him from raining any big bombs down on him. Worst he took, for the most part, is going to be his rib cage tomorrow. Is going to be a little bit sore.
Oh, definitely.
All right, let's get our official decision from our ring announcer, Rick Toms.
All right, fight fans, we have our decision. All 3 judges scores from about 30-27 for the winner of this fight by unanimous decision from the red corner, Joshua Bailey.
Joshua Bailey with the win. Let's send it down to Turtle. He's going to talk with Joshua Bailey, see what he thought of the fight, if there's anything he felt, anything that he was worried about. Turtle's going to break it all down for us here at AAMMA 44.
First off, I want to say you guys make some noise for both of these fighters. Josh Bailey, very hard fought fight. It went the distance. You were dominant, and you know it was kind of a slow pace fight, but you seem to have more investment than he did. Give me your thoughts on the fight.
I don't know what to say. I'm kind of stuck at interviews. Well, in the third round, I was down. I'm gonna lie. I was great. You know, I held my own. I tried to find something here, trying to get out. You know, I'm trying to. Hey, he's not the cage. You know, I'm trying. That's what my goal was. I love it.
It seemed like you had a lot of people here in the arena tonight that came out to support you. What do you say to them?
Hey, thank you very much. I won't be the last time you see me. I'll be back here. Thank you for telling me more sports, making me who I am today. All about these special things. I love family, friends, up the stream. Make sure we support every best from day one. I love y'all. And like I said, it won't be the last of me. I'll be here.
I look forward to seeing it, my friend. Congratulations. You guys make some noise!
Joshua Bailey with the win at Absolute Action MMA 44.